where Nigerians are is some type of violent crime, but stay away from the Al-Qaeda. No, we need to stay away from you.
Stay away from the tether. Stay away from the Jamaican, Haitian, Caribbean, Nigerian, anyone from Africa. Stay away from those domestic terrorists. Be alert. Stay away from the wanksters, wanna be gangsters, scammers, and even the border bangers. So you think you got a hit, huh? You be all on your song talking shit, huh? You ain't nothing but a vulture, eating on my culture. And I'ma tell you to your face, you a bitch. Tell me why you had to flee your homeland. You should be over there, building up your own land. But instead, you all in my home, man. And we tryna tell you, go and get your own, man. Now listen, there's a reason why we call you tether. Cause you over here acting like you so much better. But we laughing at you ass like whatever. And we're hip to your schemes and all your endeavors. Now check it out, it's time for your shit to stop. Keep running off, homie, you can get dropped. Running around in your dirty ass flip-flops. And got the nerve to say that you started hip-hop. Bitch, stop. Stay away from the tether. Stay away from the Jamaican, Haitian, Caribbean, Nigerian, anyone from Africa. Stay away from them tethers. Stay away from them tethers. Stay away from the wanksters, wanna be gangsters, scammers, and even the border bangers.
Y'all run all kinds of money scams over here in America, and y'all trying to make it seem like y'all this is the epitome of success, or we're the standard. The standard, you're Nigerians, you're known as scammers. Your reputation is so bad, the good Nigerians can't even get jobs sometimes because of the bad reputation. All y'all have more degeneracy in your home countries, but you got a nerve to say, come here and stay away from us? No, we need to stay away from y'all. We are the first world civilized black.
This goes out to Burna Boy, DJ Academics, Fresh and Fits, Rihanna, Nicki Minaj, Fat Joe, Busta Rhymes, P-Rock, and all you domestic terrorists. Push on. FBA versus everybody. Peace.
Yeah, I'm your Black Lex today, baby. Now you ain't never gotta like me, that shit is overrated. You need a hero to love, I'll be the villain that you hated. When it's all said and done, you gon' love me. Me kissing babies, fucking ladies thinking of me. Cause I'm the villain, the bad guy, the one that's supposed to lose. But I'm American, baby, so the rules all skewed for me. Steal your identity, fuck up your credit for free. Police know it's stolen, but they still make you pay the fee. And you don't respect me, for real? I'm the one that's showing you what the real world is. All these backroom deals for your kids' future. My financial aid hustle keep your kids mooching. And why you motherfuckers still stupid? The Statue of Liberty married the country, divorced and now the bitch still moving. With half of the money, alimony, child support. You know what's up when I be winning in the court, cause I'm the villain, the bad guy, the numero uno, the one that y'all hate to see. Cause I'm the big dog, the head honcho, H&I-C, everybody wants to be. Damn right, I'm the villain, the bad guy, the numero uno, the one that y'all hate to see. Cause I'm the big dog, the head honcho, H&I-C, everybody wants to be. They try to tell me thou shalt not steal. In the same church they tell me Jesus white, is they for real? They try to say the land of the free, minus the slavery, plus the fact that you pay for land these folks stole for free. And you wanna be Superman. Did you forget that Lex Luthor became the president? You lacking common sense, that's why the villain lives. That's why the villain's right. They turn on Superman, man, they turn on...
Salute, and welcome back to the Black Ocean. Now, swimming deep end with your host, the one and only great Black Shark. Oh yes, ladies and gentlemen, you are not gonna believe what we're gonna cover here tonight, but we definitely have to talk about this because Boy, I've told y'all about this Sambozo, the Angry Man. And a lot of you probably think, well, what has he done now, GBS? Well, let me tell you. you got to hear it to believe it, okay? And this is why I tell y'all, this is why I did that previous broadcast, reiterating what I've said for years about that Black Manosphere space. And, excuse me, and the three founders of that space, okay? I've been trying to tell people about this because whether y'all know it or not, there's a bleed over from the foundational Black American grassroots spaces to that manosphere space, okay? And the same would be said for the divestment dummy space. I see that too. But particularly this right here is much more common, okay? Divestment dummies, they really can't stand anything Black empowerment. But what happens is a lot of times you will see a lot of those incel type guys, unfortunately, some of them are LBA and a lot of them are non-LBA. They'll try to hop back and forth between new Black media platforms. Now, full disclosure and salute to Derek Parker, I see in here, stuns is. But for full disclosure, there are some people that have gotten angry about me calling this out, but I don't care because it's the truth. And I'm going to call it out nonetheless, okay? Because somebody has to do it. You all need to be aware of these things if people are going to these types of platforms and then they're waffling their way back over amongst us. Yeah, you gotta know about that because basically AngryMan's platform, like a lot of Black ministry platforms, is full of incels, both tethers and tethers and LBA alike, okay? It's a combination of both, unfortunately. But, you know, you can't build anything with half of, you know, either gender that hates the other half, okay? That's very foolish for us at this juncture in the delineation movement. We're not going to be successful that way. So, family, without further ado, because I'm not going to keep y'all too long here tonight, I'm going to play something for y'all. And when y'all hear what this clown, because for full disclosure, he's either a full-blooded Latino pretending to be Black, pretending to be a light-skinned Black man, or he's Afro-Latino, half Afro-Latino, pretending to be Black. And I think it's probably half Afro-Latino because either way, when you hear what I'm about to play for y'all tonight, you're going to be like, yeah, man, don't nobody from the lineage, even the most hardcore Sambozos, talk like he about to talk, okay? So we going to get into this and don't be stopping it and where need be to point certain things out.
No. She needs to get another type. That's what's wrong with this society, bro. That's what's wrong with this society, fam. I've got somebody. I've literally got somebody at the grocery store through Instacart shopping. Everything on the item is for tacos. Everything. Taco shells, hard taco shells, soft taco shells, sour cream, shredded lettuce, shredded cheese, pico de gallo, taco sauce, and ground beef. So because there isn't 90% lean ground beef, this individual refunded the ground beef.
Now, you kind of hear what the initial issue is here, okay? So now, you hear what he's talking about. He sent somebody via Instacart to shop for him to get stuff to make tacos, all right? Now, y'all probably wondering, where in the hell is this about to go? So first of all, before we even get there, and give me a black fist or a thumbs up if you can hear me loud and clear. Daryl, fact of business, let me check something. Okay, I can hear me fine. Can everybody else hear me just fine? Let me know in the chat room, black fist or a thumbs up. Because what I'm about to say here is this. Check this out. How many of you, if you had sent somebody via Instacart to get you something, and you gave them specific instructions, okay? Now, like he said, the person wasn't able to find what he was talking about, so they refunded the money. Now, which would you rather have that person do? Get you something that you didn't ask for, or follow instructions and say, you know what? Hey, I didn't see what you was looking for. You know, unless you want me to get another kind, I'm going to just refund the money. Especially if you didn't give them specific instructions on what to do if they didn't have the particular product that you sent them out to get, right? So a normal person wouldn't have a problem with getting their money refunded. Yes, I would assume that. Y'all let me know in the chat. Would y'all have a problem in that scenario if the person, you know, if you didn't give them specific instructions on what else to get or what to do? Would you have a problem with them refunding the money? I'm going to wait for a second because we're going to pick this back up. But I want y'all to see where this is about to go because y'all going to be like, man, boy, well, what y'all said in the chat? I want to know. Somebody give me an answer. Especially if y'all can hear me loud and clear because that's the question I'm asking. It's not rhetorical. Okay, so Tanisha Murdoch says no, she wouldn't have a problem with it. I'm assuming she's probably the only person that able to answer. So we're going to continue from there. So, family, I want you to see the tirade he's about to go on from this particular incident, okay? Because y'all not going to believe where this is about to go. Let's let it continue.
Can somebody explain to me? Can somebody please explain to me the thought process? Someone please explain to me how we end up with this many, you know what? How do we end up with this many tards running around our society? How do we end up with this?
Now you hear him. He's calling the person retarded and all of this because they simply refunded the money because most people, if they're working for a company, follow instructions if they want to keep their job. Now, I'm not sure about, you know, all the regulations and rules at Instacart. I've never worked there. You know, I don't particularly know anybody that works there, but still, I would imagine they probably have rules that, hey, you do whatever the customer tells you to do. If not, that person could probably have gotten in trouble. I would imagine they probably got to have some type of rule like that. If you just bought somebody anything and then they was dissatisfied, let's look at the flip side, okay? He's complaining that person refunded the money. So if they would have got something he didn't like, I imagine that person probably had been in a situation where they might have done that before and it could have cost them their job. And hey, if you work in Instacart, chances are you need that job. It's a side gig and people try to keep their little side gig. So, you know, he's not looking at it from that standpoint. All right. Now, this dude ain't playing with a full deck. All right. He's an ultra coon. He was actually one of the people, and y'all remember the broadcast I did, Better to Be a Wise Man Than an Angry Man, where he was actually critiquing the brothers and sisters down there in the Alabama River Brawl for defending that brother that got jumped on by them white supremacists. He was actually defending that. Y'all can go and check the broadcast on my main channel. So that already let you know what type of Sam Bozo you dealing with, even if he is part FBA. Now, I'm going to say it again. I've been saying it for years. I'm going to double down on it. I don't believe he's of our lineage. Look at this man. He looked like a full-blooded Afro-Latino to me. That's what he looked like. He don't look like he looked like he's either Mexican, Puerto Rican, Dominican, something like that. I would lean more towards either Puerto Rican or Mexican. It's something like that in there. And he don't want to admit that. He like to try to pretend like he's a light-skinned black man, but this man say way too much stuff to be of our lineage. I mean, if you listen to him, he sound like a full-blown tilter. So I'm standing by that. All right, I'm standing by. I don't care what his little sycophantic incel say. But now, the retarded person would be him because, like I just said, if somebody's trying to do a good job and depending on what the company guidelines and rules and regulations are, they try to adhere to following instructions, not just doing whatever they want to do if they want to keep their job. So just keep that in mind. I'm going to let him continue because, boy, where he about to go, I should be able to read between the lines and I'm going to critique it. I'm going to explain exactly what he mean if y'all don't catch it. Let it continue.
How do we end up with this? How many of you want to guess? Check this out. The person that did this. Now, obviously, if you're shopping and you look at all of these items, you're going to say, oh, they must be making tacos. So, you know what? Instead of refunding the ground beef, let me just substitute for a different ground beef that may not be 90% lean. How many of you want to guess, one, the gender of the person, and two, the race of the person? How many of you want to guess?
Now you can already see where he's starting to go with this. So now, again, let me reiterate this. The retarded person would be him, because unless you gave them specific instructions on what to get, if you told them to get 90% lean ground beef, okay, and then they couldn't find that and they just got the regular thing, and you didn't give them no instructions on, say, okay, if you can't find 90% lean, then any other type of ground beef would do. Why didn't you tell them that? See, let me quote Sun Tzu right quick. Sun Tzu in The Art of War has said, if the orders are unclear, it's the fault of the general. Repeat it again. Art of War, Sun Tzu has said, if the orders are unclear, it's the fault of the general. Meaning that the military commander that gives the instructions to his field unit needs to make sure that his orders are clear on what to do before they set out to accomplish whatever task. Now, if they're confused about anything, that's the fault of the commander. And in this case, he would be the commander, okay? The customer. And as that age-old saying goes, the customer is always right. So now the employee for Instacart is trying to adhere to that age-old adage, okay? The customer is always right. Especially in this day and age when I imagine that a lot of these little companies, they probably have very strict rules, I would imagine. So that I'm empathizing with the person that's trying to shop for this asshole. But they probably saying, you know what? Yeah, man, let me just not chance it. I need to keep my little Instacart gig. Ain't no telling who that person is, what their family situation is. They probably need that gig. You know what I'm saying? It's tough times out there for people, okay? But he don't have no empathy for that. So now, in case y'all ain't caught it, what he's trying to insinuate is that the race of the person is black, and he's trying to insinuate that it's a black woman, because he have a bug up his ass about foundational black American women, okay? I'm telling you, and man, y'all finna see where you're going. Let's let it continue.
Let's do a thought experiment real quick, because people try to say that I don't know what I'm talking about. Guess. I just want everybody in here to guess. Just guess. Guess the gender and guess the race. That's all I need you to do. Nope. Someone guessed the gender and the race. Anyway, going back to what I was saying, because y'all playing in the chat. Y'all acting like y'all don't know what time it is. Y'all playing in the fucking chat.
So now his chat room apparently didn't just jump and say, I'm surprised. But apparently, since he's angry at them, apparently they didn't just jump and say a black woman. So that's what he was looking for. And see, Tanisha Murdoch, she says, he doing too much, it's not that serious. Oh, but sister, if you knew the history of who he was, you need to check my past broadcast. It ain't even about him doing too much. When you have a hatred for black people, and in his case, black women in specific, yeah, that's what type of time he's on, and his audience too. But surprisingly, I guess not enough people in his audience at the time of this broadcast he did said a black woman, because that's all he do. He talk cash shit about black women. Don't make no distinctions, just all black women. Just that. See, that's what that Black Manosphere space was founded on. And this is the guy that came up with the title and term Black Manosphere. This is 1/3 of the leadership. The other would be Obsidian and O'Shea Duke Jackson, like I covered in my previous broadcast 2 days ago. Okay. So now I want y'all to see where he's about to go. This started from Instacart and a taco run, and it's finna take a hell of a left turn. So let it continue.
Playing in the chat. Like y'all don't know who does this on a regular basis. Like y'all really don't know. Y'all really don't know. Y'all said black male, then you went to white woman. Where we gonna go next? Asian woman? Where we gonna go next? Where we gonna go next? Asian woman, Latin woman, Romanian woman. In this country, we have completely lost the plot. We have completely lost the plot. And I'm gonna tell you why it's so annoying. The reason why it's so annoying is because we didn't have any of these problems in this country when it was under Jim Crow.
Oh, y'all see where it's about to go, don't you? This went from a mishap with an Instacart run on some tacos to critiquing black women like, oh, that's the only women capable of doing something like that. And then because he isn't getting his tacos with his fat ass, he could stand to go on a diet. He jumped to this country didn't have these problems under Jim Crow. Let me tell you something. This is why I say this guy is most likely not FBA, because you don't talk like this if you're a black person. Praising Jim Crow in no kind of way. Moreover, this is what his dumbass didn't understand, that even if he is Hispanic, they didn't like you back then either. Because if you look at the start of Jim Crow, remember the Hispanics in this country had to fight to be classified as white. It wasn't automatically classified as white. Go back and check my previous broadcast on my main channel about that particular subject matter. Okay, LULAC and all of it. I've covered all of that. So he doesn't realize that even if he's not us, dang, they wasn't gonna give you no pass, you know. But oh, he ain't done yet, fam. I'm gonna let him continue, because listen to where this fool is about to go. And see, from now on, if anybody call themselves arguing with you about this guy, you come back and check this broadcast right here and the other ones that I've done about this jackass. Let it continue.
We didn't have any of these problems with this country when it was extremely racist. Do you have any idea how crappy that is? Do you have any idea how ridiculous that is? So the only
it's ridiculous, all right, because this is how far gone some of these anti-black melanated motherfuckers are like him. This is how far gone they are. This is what I keep telling y'all. If you see anybody trying to blend them black manosphere motherfuckers into their audience, you really better question who you supporting. And I'm going to say it again. I don't have to call names. All you got to do is listen to who going to be doing it. Okay. It's plenty of them, but it's some doing it more than others. You got to use your own discernment on that, because this is all blended into your audience. See, this is why I always try to make sure y'all understand them little terminologies they use in the chat room, how they talk, their ideology, their belief system. So you know when you're in a platform where it's a whole bunch of them in the chat room, especially if the host isn't doing anything to kind of curb that rhetoric and they kind of feeding into that just to make a buck, you better, y'all better really pay attention to the people that's doing that. All right. And then trying to play both sides of the fence like they for our people at the same time, but they really not. Because you can't be, if you supporting people that agree with what AngryMan is saying. There's no way. Like I said, he justified the murder of Breonna Taylor. Same thing with George Floyd. Justified them white folks jumping on that brother down there at the Alabama River Brawl. Just time, he damn it, him and Brandon Tatum just alike. Anton Daniels is one of his best friends. Do I even need to keep going? I'm going to let him finish his thought, though. I want y'all to hear this, because like I said, you can't make this up.
The only way the country can run right is if it is extremely discriminatory to black people. Is that the only way the country can run right?
Now, you tell me, family, do you think anybody from our lineage would say anything remotely close to that? He's saying that the only way the country can run right is if it's extremely racist to black people. I want you to let that sink in. I told you I won't keep you too long here tonight. I just had to go in and show y'all this because I was like, yeah. I'm going to have to start chronicling more stuff like this because I've been seeing them try to weasel their way into our spaces. But if I have to be the only one to call it out and make sure everybody understand what's going on, so be it. If the burden will fall upon me, I don't mind. I'm going to leave it right there. You can study this and do what you will with it. Compare it to the other broadcasts I did 2 days ago on the Black Manosphere and the others. If you're in the Black Ocean Zone 2 tier, you've seen in the group chat where I posted a slew of information that you can go through and do your own research on. And you can see why I keep warning y'all about any type of playing footsie with these type of incels, okay? Same will go for the divestment dummies, all right? So family, I'm going to leave it right there. Salute to all the new Patreon subscribers. We'll be cooking on the main channel Tuesday night with a new topic that a lot of y'all are definitely going to take interest in. And with that said, I want y'all to enjoy y'all weekend. Take care of yourselves. Black first. And I will see you all in future content.